You're scrubbing in for a routine procedure. Your focus is entirely on the patient in front of you. But miles away, a courier is dropping off a legal summons for a surgery you performed 2 years ago. I'm K.A. Kumar, a planner with National Insurance Company. My goal here is to walk you through your protection strategy so you understand exactly how it works before that envelope ever arrives. I don't make the final claims decisions, but I want to ensure you're prepared. Professional indemnity insurance is the financial barrier between a single clinical error and your life savings. It covers your legal liability, the final compensation, and the defense costs if a patient suffers injury or death due to professional negligence. Look at this cross-section. Coverage triggers if injury or death is caused by an error, omission, or negligence in professional services. But a practice is rarely one person. The policy extends to protect the insured practitioner, qualified assistants, and employed nurses or technicians. You must secure this coverage well before a problem arises. Once a legal dispute begins, you cannot buy a policy to cover it retroactively. Let's look at a hypothetical scenario. Dr. Sharma receives a lawsuit today for an alleged surgical error that took place 24 months ago. This diagram maps out the medical liability timeline. Dr. Sharma is protected today because of his retroactive date. This is the absolute historical anchor of his coverage. It marks the earliest point in time an error can occur and still be defended by the insurer. Because Dr. Sharma continuously renewed his policy without a break, his period of insurance stretches all the way back to that original anchor date. If a policy is ever canceled or not renewed, there is a strict extended claim reporting window. You get exactly 90 days to report accidents that happened during your active insured period. In medical liability, knowing exactly when your policy is active is just as critical as knowing how much it pays. This graphic breaks down the two distinct financial limits Dr. Sharma faces when a claim is filed. The first is AOO, or any one occurrence. This is the absolute maximum the company will pay out for damages and defense costs stemming from a single event. The second is AOP, aggregate for policy period. This is the cumulative limit. It's the total maximum amount available across all claims within that specific policy year. Look at this illustration of the aggregate limit as a tank of water. Note the warning banner across the center. No reinstatement possible. Every rupee spent on defense costs or legal settlements drains this tank. Once the limit is exhausted for the year, it cannot be topped up, even if you offer to pay an extra premium. This graphic details the compulsory excess. Before the insurance takes over, the doctor must contribute a mandatory baseline amount to every single claim. The calculation is 0.25% of your AOP limit, with a strict floor of 5,000 rupees and a ceiling of 100,000 rupees. Your coverage is a finite, depleting resource, and it always requires your initial financial participation. This grid outlines the absolute exclusions, the specific actions that would have instantly left Dr. Sharma without any legal or financial defense. The policy will not cover criminal acts or statutory violations. It completely excludes services rendered under the influence of intoxicants, as well as general anesthesia performed outside of a formal hospital setting. This diagnostic table clarifies exactly how the policy handles cosmetic procedures, splitting them into strict exclusions and protected exceptions. Pure cosmetic plastic surgery, hair transplants, and the use of weight reduction drugs have no cover. However, the policy does protect the surgical repair of scar tissue from previous non-cosmetic surgeries or repairs required for severe burns and traumatic injuries. Committing any of these excluded acts immediately breaks your contract with the insurer. When Dr. Sharma opened that legal summons, he needed to follow a precise operational protocol. This flowchart outlines the 4 necessary steps. The moment an adverse event occurs or a summons arrives, you must immediately notify the insurance company in writing and forward every related document. Pay close attention to step 3. You must never admit fault, make any settlement offers, or promise payment to a patient without written consent from the company. Facing a lawsuit, your strongest legal move is silence, followed by delegation to your insurer. Dr. Sharma kept his practice running smoothly. Because his timeline was intact and he adhered to the notification protocols, the insurer handled the legal representation, and his personal savings remained untouched. Beyond pure defense, maintaining this policy is an efficient financial strategy, as the premiums paid offer potential income tax benefits. This is a sample policy schedule document. Don't blindly trust any agent. You must know exactly what is written on your own schedule. Verify your active policy dates, check your retroactive historical anchor, and confirm the exact figures for your financial caps. If you ever face a dispute with an insurer, you have an ethical safety net. The IRDAI Ombudsman and toll-free grievance systems exist specifically to protect your rights as a policyholder. Save my contact information, 98491-94366, or email winshore9@gmail.com right next to your TPA details. Share this video and these details with your spouse and your professional network. True protection requires active participation. It is a shared responsibility between you, your family, and the insurer who stands behind you.